Hi, my name is Bailey. I'm with my math experts, and today I'm going to show you how to simplify the following polynomial expression: 4c to the fourth plus 1 minus 7c to the third minus 3 plus 2c to the fourth plus 5c to the third. So first things first, we want to get everything out of parentheses here. You'll notice that this third kind of set of parentheses actually doesn't even really need to be there. Nothing's being multiplied by it, except for you could consider a positive 1 here if you want. But if we distribute that positive 1, the value isn't really going to change. So we can actually get rid of those parentheses right off the bat. Same thing with our first set of parentheses here. Nothing is happening to it, so we can get rid of those right off the bat. However, the second set of parentheses has something interesting happen to it that a lot of students miss. So like we were talking about with our third set here, we can think about this as a positive 1 that's being distributed to both of our terms, and that's not going to change the value of either of those terms because anything times 1 is just what it was before. However, with our second set of parentheses here, this is actually a negative 1 that we are going to need to distribute to both of these terms, and that is going to change the value of these terms. It's going to turn this 7c to the third negative, so we're going to say minus 7c to the third, and it's going to turn this negative 3 positive, because negative 3 times negative 1 is positive 3. So that's something you really need to keep an eye on. If you have a minus something in parentheses, you're going to need to distribute that negative 1 to all of the terms inside that thing with parentheses. Okay, so now that everything is out in the open here, we're going to need to combine as many like terms as we can. So let's do a quick refresher about what like terms are. Like terms have the same variable and same power. Same power. Okay, so for example, we have this 4c to the fourth going on, and we have this 2c to the fourth going on. These both have c to the fourths, so we can combine those like terms, and that's going to be 6c to the fourth. We also have some c to the thirds happening. So let's get this going on here. We have this minus 7c to the third. Note that I'm looking in front of that number at that minus sign. That's important. And this 5, positive 5c to the third. If we combine those, that's going to become a negative 2c to the third. And then lastly, we have our constants that have no variables. We have this positive 1. We have this positive 3. Those are going to combine to become positive 4. So this is our simplified version of this expression. If you ever get confused, something that I see a lot from students is they'll combine something like 4c to the fourth. I'm going to write this as common errors and how to avoid them. One thing I see a lot from students is they will say, oh, 4c to the fourth plus 2c to the fourth, that's going to be 6c to the eighth. That is not how exponents work. I always think about if you have the coefficient, which is the number in front of the variable, and you have the variable, think about it like units. Like any other everyday units. So let's call C apples, for example. If you have 4 apples and you have 2 apples, that's going to get you 6 apples. The unit isn't any different. It's just how many of them do you have. So this would actually be 6c to the fourth. The units stay the same. And the other thing that I see a lot, let me zoom out here, is I'll see something like, I'll see like 4c to the fourth minus 7c to the third, for example. And I'll have students say, oh, so this is going to be negative 3c, because they're doing 4 minus 7 and c to the fourth minus c to the third is c to the first. That's also not how it works because these are not like terms. Like terms have to have the same variable and the same power. You can kind of think about this, since they both have c, let's think about this as maybe different colors of apples. So let's say we have 4 green apples, green representing the different power here. Minus 7 red apples. They need to be exactly the same in order to combine them. They are not. They are different colors. Even though they're both apples, even though they're both C, they are different in their power. They're different in their color here in this example, meaning they are not like terms. You can't combine these any further. You can't simplify them any further. They need to be exactly the same variable and the same power. So great. So there is the explanation. Hopefully some of these, the explanation of some of these common errors is a little bit helpful so that you can catch yourself moving forward in similar problems. And thank you for your time.